Hello everybody, welcome back to another Space Marine 2 video. So in this video I'm going to show you guys the best way to set up the Plasma Incinerator. So this is a pretty cool weapon. It's pretty strong against Hellbrutes, Carnifexes and Neurothropes if used correctly. It's pretty OP, I think, actually. It's certainly better than the heavy bolter if you know how to use it. And obviously have the right perk setup and everything like that. So I'm going to get straight into that, and then once I've done that I'm going to show you guys it in action. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So here we are in the basically the relic section, so then you know which version to use. So obviously you begin with this version. It's not absolutely, let's take the skin off so then you guys can actually see the progression of the weapon. So obviously at the beginning you start with this standard issue 1, but as soon as you level up I highly recommend going for this one. So then it basically gives you more ammo. The other two, it's just rate of fire and venting speed. It's not really worth it. You're better off with those extra 5 rounds. I think it's pretty worth it. And then once you've got past Mastercrafted and you're an Artificer, I would highly recommend again going for the ammo one. Now, obviously the other two is rate of fire and venting once again, so it's not really worth it if you have the right perks set up. So yeah, again, the ammo one. And then when you go to the relic section, again, go for the ammo. It's a safe option, I would say. It's certainly a good idea, and I just highly recommend choosing the one with the most ammo. And obviously you've got a plethora of choices when it comes to skins, so you don't have to have your weapon looking like this. You could have it like this, like I do. So the perk tree, straight away, as you can see, I've just gone from all of the ones at the bottom, and obviously when you max level this weapon you can also get the extra point, and I go for that supercharged shot, so then obviously it gets a bit stronger. So then with this weapon you can just go into the hunker down mode and just spam it. I mean, I used it against a Hellbrute the other day, and yes, I had a bit of an all-specs boost with my teammate, but it still absolutely slapped, and I really do highly recommend this weapon. The next weapon I'll be covering in this series will be the multi-melter, but obviously I've got to get this leveled up, so I'll be doing that off camera. Maybe you know, sometime soon. But yeah, let's I'm going to show you guys this thing in action, so let's get straight into it. So here we are on the mission Decapitation. Now I figured this is probably one of the best missions to show off this weapon, simply because you fight the Tyranid Hive Tyrant at the end of the mission. So with the perks I've got, the projectile is really fast and it doesn't have much of a drop off. I just failed to save those Orcadians. But okay, so with the normal version you'd have to aim up like that, but with this version you can just, it's pretty good when the projectile speed is pretty high, simply because you don't have to like loop it over and basically have to figure out the trajectory of the round. It's certainly better, but you will see in the beginning when you first get this weapon it will be very sluggish in that sense. I just want to clarify, I am playing on Ruthless solo. The other day I did a stream and I played solo Absolution, and I shocked myself. Just like that. Now I do have a video on the best heavy build, and that does, shouldn't have parried. So yeah, I do have a video on how to have the most optimal way to build your heavy class. I will probably link that in the description or in the comments, so then it's easier for you guys to access and you don't have to scroll through that. massive description that I have in every video.
How is it? Always manage to charge in right when I'm drawing a bead. I get a feed directly from your target. I shall have a
Yeah,
word with
so
the armory master then.
is there a relic? No, there's not. Usually there's a relic there, just chilling. Grab the armor though. But yeah, this plasma incinerator is pretty intense, especially when it comes to the mini bosses, and it one shots every little guy going. It's a bit overkill, but it is like a charged, like plasma pistol round. It's pretty powerful. Simply because I didn't overheat my weapon, then it came back a bit faster. See, I'm so used to the Astartes mod, and that Iron Halo. It's a bit jarring against the vanilla version of the Iron Halo, because I think that having the charges instead of one big meter really, I think it'd be a big improvement to the system, but that's just me.
Xenos countermeasures successful.
See, like that enemy would have taken a good while to get rid of. And simply because you can charge the weapon as well, it is a lot more effective in that sense. But if you look, I've nearly run out of ammo, which is just incredible when it comes to a class that's so reliant on his heavy weaponry. Let's grab this GNC. I don't need it. Probably lose it eventually because I'll probably go down, knowing my luck. But yeah, this is a pretty solid weapon, and you know, it does have it. I think it does contend with the heavy bolter, especially when it comes to clearing hordes and fighting large groups of enemies, you know. This pistol is pretty good too, but if you look, not exactly the best, even though I do have it maxed out. Should probably reconsider all of the the build that I have for the pistol. Get rid of those. Do some stomping. The Sons of Medusa do not mess around. There we go. Really wishing there was a perk right now that allowed me to get some ammo back, but seems to be only a tactical kind of thing. I'm good for losing my health. But yeah, the only downfall of this weapon would be its, well, not very good ammo capacity. Obviously you could probably change up the perk system that I've got going, get a bit more ammo, but it's up to you guys really how you set up. But this is obviously just my opinion on how I'd set up the weapon. Obviously take this and everything that I'm saying in this video into consideration and just completely throw it in the bin. I don't mind. It's like I said, it's my opinion, and you can take my opinion and take it however you want, you know. It's your choice in the end, and if you obviously disagree with how I've set up my weapons, then please leave a comment on how differently you'd set it up. I'm really interested to see if anybody does set this weapon up any differently. Let's try and get this. That really curious how people have been getting the one where you've got to get the spore mines into enemies. I seem to be getting no progress with that. Research facility objective. Unless it's a thing where you've got to really try your hardest to actually do it, but... Anything? Police be ammo?
Rally point established.
Ooh, okay, there we go. See, it's just like that, got all my ammo back, even though I'm just about to bump into an ammo crate.
On site. Resourcing demolition warfare. The Munitorum does not store explosives to codex established.
Big charge up.
Locate enough to demolish the bridge.
Okay. That was really unnecessary damage. This is all unnecessary damage. It's even got a pretty big explosive radius, to be fair. I do love my crack grenades, they're really satisfying.
Explosive payload insufficient. Source additional war gear.
Okay, so here's a good example of enemies getting messed up by this weapon. 1, 2. He dodged. I'm terrible with my parries as the heavy because I think he's got a balanced parry more than anything. Get rid of this one. So okay, so there's a zone throw up there, which is actually really good for my case when it comes to messing up these enemies. So 1. Got 1 into him. 2. Oh, see, there we go. That's 3 fully charged rounds into a zone throw.
Zone through. Identify structural support for demolition.
Obviously, the first shot wasn't initially that good, but oh, okay, just go for the wrong execution. Thanks, Straben. I love that camera glitch. It's absolutely stunning. But yeah, this is pretty effective against the bigger enemies. You know, it's pretty helpful when you've got a heavy that knows what he's doing, especially with a weapon like this. For example, if you had the heavy bolter, you'd probably waste half of your ammo on just one of those guys. Like with this, you have to waste that much ammo. Yeah, you're a bit exposed because you're just basically stood still. Well, you're not stood still, you can still, like, you know, you can walk, but it's very slow. Just realised I wasted that. If you look at the rate of fire difference in and out of the stance, pretty crazy. Let's not mess about. Get focused. Basically clutching at straws at this point because, like I said, if I had a good team that was supporting me as a heavy, I'd probably, you know, they'd be taking all the melee damage and I'd be trying to protect them from, like, the ranged enemies, for example. It's pretty difficult as the heavy because you can't really rely on the well, melee. Because you've got such a slow melee, and, you know, the biggest thing you do is a stomp. I think the sniper has a better chance in a melee fight than the heavy does.
Tell me which supports still require explosives.
Decimus, my man. Chill.
Demolition ready.
It's constant flow of enemies. Get rid of him.
High priority tier.
But yeah, like I said, this is a pretty good setup. You know, as I said earlier, the thing with the Hellbrute, if you have a tactical who's built, you know, he built his class up pretty well, it won't be that difficult to go through all of the operations on absolute difficulty. You know, if you've got a bulwark, a heavy, and a tactical, once you've got that, you know, pretty well set up and pretty well rounded team, you're set. You know, you can go through all the operations without any issue whatsoever, I think.
The Hive Tyrant will reach your position shortly.
I do think it's all about having a proper team synergy, you could say. Oh, it is a bit more difficult when it comes to randoms online, but there's nothing you can really do about that. You could, you know, I think I'm pretty lucky in that sense that I got good random teammates. You know, it's all about how you set up your classes, and I think as long as people know what weapons to use or how to use said weapons, everyone's got a pretty good chance at getting these absolute difficulties absolutely smashed out. Now, I understand I've got over 600 hours on this game, and you know, it's probably not really a flex. It's probably more of a damn, get a life bro kind of situation. But you know, it is what it is, and I just hope people take into consideration what I'm saying, because, well, I'd like to say it's somewhat knowledgeable because I've been playing the game for so long now. I mean, I know the game's only been out for 6 months, and things could change very easily. I know they're considering changing up the classes a little bit in the sense of how they work, stuff like that, and what weapons they use. So we'll see how that goes. Toss one of these over there. Get rid of you. And you. Okay, the teammate shot it. There we go. Bio down. Okay, we need to get out of here before this wave comes in. But yeah, if you want to rock this kind of customization, I have a big series. It's a playlist, to be fair, on my channel, and it's, you know, I think I'm doing pretty well with how many chapters I've cranked out and how many little characters I've kind of cranked out too. I tried to make the character from Dawn of War, Gabriel Angelos from Dawn of War 1. I think that went pretty well. I've even most recently made Melon Kaido. That went pretty well. I mean, I think it went pretty well in the case of accuracy. Views wise, I don't get many views, but I've just got to stay humble about that, I suppose, and just keep doing what I'm enjoying myself, and that's what's most important to me. I have a lot of fun editing these videos, building up my skills. I mean, I'd love to edit for someone one day, but you know, it's got to have that safety and security in a job, I suppose. But yeah, I'd love to edit for someone one day so I could actually, you know, actually try and push myself to be a better YouTuber, because if I'm editing for someone else, for example, I think I could do a pretty good job at improving my skills in an editor. But obviously,
Is this a withdrawal?
I doubt I'll be
Negative.
scouted
The
anytime
objective is
soon.
The Hive Tyrant, not the bridge. Defend this position until the Tyranid command unit is executed.
Let's
do this.
my lord. May the Emperor guide our lasguns to
I think
your
I've done a really good job at making the Sons of Medusa
Show the Emperor's angels what we are made of. They're making another push over the bridge.
chill because it's worthless shooting them at the moment. Explosives down there. Boy, better using that.
Additional supplies secured.
They're stacking up. Get a frag in there.
Xenos up. The Hive Tyrant is on its way, but it is a horde of Xenos between you and it.
Tyranids.
Dig in.
Frame drop. That was mad.
On your toes. They are here.
All it takes is an audio cue. Honestly, I'm not really that bothered about the little guys until they start actually surrounding me. See. Like I said, I think the heavy's pretty good at standing his ground with this weapon. Like, it's like a paintbrush.
You have its attention. It is moving to intercept. Apply more pressure.
It's like a tidal wave of just heat. And I think, you know. I think if you've got like a solid ammo supply, you'll be fine.
Take evasive action.
I just honestly feel like a god. It's not ruthless as well, so I shouldn't really be struggling.
Perimeter breach.
Iron Halo, one line. Intercepting projectiles. Detecting
Getting really messed up though.
brace for their charge. Keep your eyes peeled. The Xenos need
Keep the little guys away for a bit.
range shortly.
Oh, okay, there we go. Finally got rid of the big range guy. Messing me up.
Specialized bioform neutralized.
Had to double check I'm recording. Mini panic attack. So I figured that I'd skip ahead to the boss fight so then you guys didn't have to endure me rambling for another, say, 10 minutes on about this weapon. So I'm just gonna basically show you guys what it can actually do. I am tempted to make a video on how to fight the Hive Tyrant because I feel like I've basically got it down to a T. So when you parry him, you know, being greedy with the charge shots, and obviously effectively dodging. But without just spamming it. not getting hit by a...
Stims administered.
You can almost see straight away how much damage I've been doing to this guy. Get that back up. I'm really just throwing this right now. Not giving a very good showcase of what this weapon actually is effective. Let it cool itself. But as you can see, I'm getting messed up by the guy behind me. Jesus Christ, this couldn't go any more wrong. That's very lucky.
Elite level Xenos. Passive. Enhanced tactic ready.
See, the thing is, I don't think the Iron Halo works for this, sadly. So you do have to dodge these attacks. Oh, it doesn't work for those either. See the bonus of being heavy. Is you can fully res a teammate, but I'm really throwing this boss fight right now. Let's get focused. Clicking all the wrong buttons at the wrong time.
Ammunition restocked. Guardian ready initiated. Roving the gap. Iron Halo protocol in progress. Refilling magazines.
Getting really messed up. There we go. So yeah, that is well, could have been shown off a bit better, but I was a bit frantic in the end there. But yeah, this weapon is actually really good in the sense of fighting bosses, fighting the bigger, like say Majoris enemies, and well, just clearing big hordes. So yeah, if you found this video helpful, please leave a like. If you didn't find it helpful and you could, you know, you've got ways that you think I could improve this video, please leave a dislike and leave a comment on how I could improve it. You could also leave a comment on what other weapons you want me to try and cover, because I've technically not maxed out every weapon yet, so I am gonna try and do that, so then I've got a bit of a good mindset of what's good for the game. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to keep up to date on content like this, please do subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.